Right, birthday Yahweh, birthday outside, Kala Yahweh, birthday outside, birthday Kakadash, divine to the elder apostle, great military rule well, and sincere citation to the oxygen puts in the truth, across the four corners of the earth, to the spirit and power of Yahweh, birthday outside, of the hope of elect, and the word innerly called Jesus Christ, named Yahweh Shai, and the word innerly called God, named Yahweh. He really like that consistent of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, and those in line of Senate, the best one to tribe Israel, due to the gathering among the nations, among the four corners of the earth. This is Mahari call from the Great Muslim Line President Camp, back from the elections. And I'm now about to dial and will and be edifying to the fear and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Yahweh Kakadash, the Holy Spirit. Now, this is a clip that's on Instagram concerning the United States is now officially in a direct kinetic war with Moscow, right? It's prophecy, right? This is all that leads to World War III, pursuant to Revelation 11. Let's get that real quick. All right, Revelation 11 and 13 or 14. The second war is past, which is World War II. And behold, the third war cometh quickly, right, which is World War III. All right? And we're in the midst of World War III. Okay, that's what we speak about. I'm thinking that's chapter 9. All right? That'll be a part of the time past. He answered me then, instead measured out the time diligently in his thought, right? And the property or the measuring stick, right? Right? Filtering through what's going on in the world with the property to know that we're in a time of prophecy being fulfilled. All right? And these are part of the prophecy that are going to happen, right, before Yahweh shall return. Okay, with the disciple inquiry. And when thou see a part of the time path, as I have told you before, what be the prophet. All right? Case in point, Yahweh shall himself. Right, in Matthew 24. Verse 6, and and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, right? All these things need to take place, all right? And then the end is not yet, why? Because there's more things to come, all right? The pestilences, the earthquake, all right, shake of trouble, all right? The shipping of the people being mandatory, pursuant to Revelation chapter 13, 15 on down. All right, so these things, all these things gonna happen. All right, and we're there. For nation shall rise against nations, right? It's Russia versus the United States. That's nation against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, lack of food, and pestilences, and earthquake in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrow, right? These are the beginning of the birth pains. I will speak of in Revelation. Second Edge chapter 15. I forgot what verse, 40 something, maybe. It turned out flat for a moment, right? It gets increased, like just like a woman her given into labor. Kinetic war, all right, kinetic. All right, kinetic warfare refers to military action involving physical, destructive force, contrasting, right? Yeah. Again, night inspired for every battle of the warrior is for confused noise and garbage rolling blood. See, that's how it's gonna start out. Think about it's gonna end by fire. It's actually be a missile, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. See that?
Yes, sir. We are no longer in a proxy war with Russia. The United States is now officially in a direct kinetic war with Moscow because of how Russia looks at things. Ukraine has no indigenous capability to execute this tactically brilliant operation that doesn't have satellites. It cannot geolocate these strategic nuclear bombers, right? That those bombers are reserved to wage nuclear war, and Ukraine just attacked them. Uh, and that came right after Ukraine tried to assassinate President Putin, Russian President Putin's helicopter, when he was visiting Ukraine, came under a drone attack. And so, right now, because the nuclear doctrine of the Russian Federation that Putin actually updated late last year, because he has noticed that we are consistently climbing this escalation ladder, it has a clause of a joint attack. And so, they are looking at this attack that it is enabled by the United States. And that is the danger. We are climbing very steadily the escalation ladder, and we're probably the actual full ladder is classified, so I can't talk about it. But it's my official intelligence assessment that we have climbed up more than 50% at this point. And the danger is here. At first, it goes pretty gradually, but then after you cross a certain threshold, it goes very, very fast into cyber warfare, space warfare, and then all the way into the nuclear. And every single war game that we conducted back in the intelligence community, and we conducted dozens of them, and I led some of the red teams, it ended up in a nuclear war. And guess what? Blue lost and red won. Why? Because Putin has a playbook. He has been planning for it. It's all very well thought through, and we don't. We don't have the response because instead of actually targeting Russia and neutralizing the threat, the deep state of the U.S. intelligence community was chasing the non-existent Russia-Trump collusion. So they weren't doing their job. They were trying to unseat President Trump. And that's what happened. That's why we are almost in the World War III right now. Why is that? Because once it starts, China, North Korea, Iran, whom are they going to side? They're going to side with Russia. And that is why it's not just Russian nuclear arsenal. It's China's. You're adding all the capability that's going to be all combined and used against the United States.
What?
Yes, sir. We
There you have it. That look at each other.